Do we have a tape measure? Do we actually have one? I feel like we did.
6'1".
Here we go. 5'8" is right here, so you're taller than 5'8". You are, sir, 6'1".
Let's
I
go.
know. Myles Smith, thank you so much for being here. I was just saying I'm such a huge fan, so I'm very excited to chat with you.
Thank you.
How has it been so far in Canada? Have you spent a lot of time here?
Yeah, I've been here a few times on tour. I used to come here a few times growing up as well, and it's super awesome, man. I mean, the weather's just like London, so it's perfect. I don't feel too far from home, and the people are amazing.
Yeah, we had a nice gloomy day today just for you.
Oh,
just
it's awesome.
So you feel at home.
I needed it.
Yeah. What brought you here when you were younger?
I have family, like some family that grew up here. So in Toronto actually.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, I used to come here a little bit, and to come back now just feels super cool.
Yeah. Do you visit family then when you're back in town?
Oh, they've moved back to England now. So
okay.
yeah, so there's no reason to be here now apart from you beautiful people and the amazing shows that we put on here, which is awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of your Toronto fans are very excited for the shows.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's so sweet. And you've been everywhere lately. I feel like in the last year or two, you've just been all over the world. Yeah. Is there a place that really sticks out to you that you were extra excited to be able to visit?
This sounds so cliche, but genuinely, I love being in this country.
No
and
way,
I mean
don't just say that.
No, no, seriously though, like it's really awesome to be here, and I think we get excited because like outside of the UK and Europe, like I mean, in line with the UK and Europe, like it sells out every single time, like 6 months before, and like every time you come here, people like show up. And it's like a party, so yeah, we're super stoked to be here.
Yeah, how does that feel for you? Do you get used to the fact that you get so much love from so many fans now, literally all over the whole planet?
Yeah, it's a really nice feeling, and I never take it for granted, because you make music when you're young, and then you try at it for so many years when the only person listening is your mum or a guy sinking a Guinness in a pub, and so now the fact I get to do this for a living and go around the world doing it is super awesome.
Yeah, and having started so young too, do you remember the first song that you wrote?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What was the song?
It was an absolute stinker. It was called Dream Girl, and
cute.
About a girl in school that I really fancied.
Nice.
And I played it embarrassingly in class, and I was so naive to think that would be the move. It was not.
Oh no, what happened?
Years of trauma and embarrassment.
No, is that one of those moments where you like lie in bed at night and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah, absolutely, for many a night.
Yeah.
But hey, heartbreak got me here, so
yeah, hey, it brought you to where you are. Did that girl know that the song was about her?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that
added to the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so wild. I want to talk about the town that you're from. Mm-hmm. Luton is how you pronounce
Luton,
it.
Yeah.
What was your town like growing up? If we were to spend 24 hours in your town right now, like what would we get up to?
I think like Luton is one of those places that everyone on the outside is like, this is an absolute dive. It's horrible. It's grim. You get robbed, all of that, blah, 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 blah. But when you live there, it's like the best. Like you got so many different cultures within such a small space. Like literally you have like a global experience growing up. Like you got your friends there who are from like India, and then your friends there who are from like Europe, and then your friends there who have like moved from somewhere in America, and like you genuinely get a global experience in such a small town. And for me it's like the heart and soul of my music and the person that I am, because you get to interact and get involved with so many cultures so young that it can't do anything but open your mind when you sort of move through life.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that. Okay, so what would we do?
What would you do?
We're transported.
You'd go to the rundown cinema, which has a lot of life left in it. You'll go to the overpriced arcade right after, which doesn't have a lot of life left in it. Then you probably play some, if you're into sport, some like football down at the 3G pitch, which is super cool. And then you'd probably get the hell out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds like a perfect day.
It's an amazing day.
Our next interview, we'll do it there.
There is a shop, I don't eat meat anymore, but called Chicken George, which I promise you has the best ribs in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So if you ever get a chance to go, I would go.
Okay, sweet. I'll show up on your recommendation. That's so sweet. Now having spent so much time away from home and having traveled, what kind of experiences have you been having in life recently that are then going to inspire new music coming out?
There's so much, I think like a lot of my music comes from conversations. I find like people and the way we connect like so fascinating, and so like just being on a bus all day with my best friends is like the best thing in the world, the worst thing in the world, but also the best thing in the world. And we just talk about life and what everyone's going through, and sort of they're like the true embers of good music. I think stuff that comes from real stories and real places and real people. And you know, is this like the songs that I'm always working on, they're to me so much more personal than they've ever been. And I think that's just been a real product of being on the road and having to be your authentic self all day.
Yeah. How do you track that inspiration? Like, do you have a conversation with a friend and then you're like, oh, I got to write that down?
Yeah, literally, like something just stick in my mind and they're so profound. So then all I do is literally I try to write a song a day and capture what I felt in that day and keep it moving forward.
I see you reflecting online where you'll reference like performing for such a huge crowd and think about the fact that it was only a year ago or 2 years ago that you played for 80 people, or you were working an office job 2 years ago. Do you think about where you want your life to be in a year, in 2 years from now, or do you just take it day by day?
I take it day by day, and I do that because I think the last sort of couple of years I set a lot of targets and goals. I was like, naively, I was like, I want to get 1 million streams, and I was like, that happened really quickly. And then it was like, I want to play this size venue, and it happened. And I realized you just end up chasing yourself with all these things that, you know, hopefully will happen, but when you get there, it's nowhere near the fulfillment that you're actually looking for. So I try to like center just being healthy and happy, and it sounds super bland, but genuinely it's like a goal that you're constantly chasing, because it's like trying to keep yourself sort of centered and just healthy.
Yeah, that's so, I like that perspective, because it's, you've achieved the goals, but if you're not feeling the way that you think that you're going to feel, then you just put an end to that 100%. Rather than like just set higher goals for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good way to be. I like that so much. Also, in comments of music that I've seen of yours, which I never pieced together, but once I saw this, I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense, is a lot of Avicii comparisons.
Oh,
have you seen that?
Yeah.
Either with Stargazing or the new song with Shaboozey. I've seen comments in both of those. What do you think about those comparisons?
I think it's super awesome. I think that Avicii, you know, for the time that he was here, had such an impact on culture and music, and a phenomenal artist that none of us should forget and be grateful for. And, you know, the fact that our names are even in the same sentence is such a privilege. And I think, you know, as humans do, like we try to find comparisons and similarities to try and make sense of things. And, you know, Avicii is one of many people. And I think that, like, for me, I don't feel, some people get really like taken aback. They're like, I'm so different and I'm so this and I'm so that, but I'm like, that's such a lovely compliment. And, you know, not all of my music sounds like that, but for the music that reminds you of it, I'm really grateful that you think that.
Yeah, totally. That's a great person to be compared to. So that's so sweet. Tell me about the song with Shaboozey. Blink Twice. How did that come to be?
Yeah, but that was a really cool one, man. Me and Shaboozey met sort of last year, and you know, we were supposed to do something a lot sooner, but Stargazing was doing its thing and the bar song was doing its thing, and so it didn't quite feel like the right time. And we sort of met again at Jingle Ball towards the end of the year, and we was like, we should definitely just do a song together. And then sort of a few months later, he sends me this idea of Blink Twice, and he's like, I'd love you to be on it. And literally like clockwork, that was like a month ago, and now it's out in the world. And I loved working on the song. I loved working with Shaboozey, and it was just such a lovely and authentic way of putting together something, because a real friendship is behind the song, and we talk quite often, and it's really nice because we're in similar situations. So yeah, it all came together.
Were you able to record the song together in person, or was it like record it separately and bring it together?
He recorded his part in the States. I was back in the UK on some downtime, so yeah, I recorded mine back home. But yeah, we worked back and forth to get it finished, which was really awesome.
Yeah, and your voices together on it just sounds so insane. It sounds so good.
That's awesome, yeah.
So that's so sweet. Do you ever read things about yourself online? Do you Google yourself?
You know what? I did at the very beginning.
And not anymore.
Used to like Myles Smith every day, like top of Google. And then I got to the point where I was like, I don't like care, you know, and like I don't think I'm polarizing in any way. So the most you're gonna get is like, Myles Smith dropped a new song today. So I just I've not got any fascination with like fame or anything. So yeah, no, not really on Google anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you've never seen anything like weird about yourself online?
The only thing is when fans say, "Oh my God, it says you're 5'8" online," and I'm like, "What?" Where's the camera? This one. I am 6'1". I promise you, 6'2" in Air Forces. So yeah, I am. I'm not 5'8".
Let's clear the air right now.
I sound so defensive about that as
6'1".
well. It sounds so unbelievable. I promise. My manager's like 6'7", so I look tiny next to him, but I am 6'1".
That's funny. We'll get the tape measure out. We'll confirm it once and for all. So that'll be the first thing posted when you Google Myles Smith height. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Such a fan. Excited for your shows coming
Appreciate
up.
it.
So thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.